Yeah.
Fuck you bitch.
Flex on
What's
this,
going on?
flex on that.
Beard's
Got my
looking
stick,
good.
got it back.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit big. I don't know if I.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Run it. Hit that Gucci
It's getting
store.
wispy on it. Look how
Make
wispy
your
it is
way.
here.
Yo, wait.
Hit that Louis store.
See through it.
I need to
Then you got-
shave. I'm gonna shave everything
You
off.
need to. Nah, leave your mustache. You look way better.
Everything's
me on-
coming off in 2 days.
You added me on Facebook and fucking some of your old photos. It's like, holy fuck, cunt. You look like a child.
Little
I look like
baby
a child,
face.
and I look like a child in my old photos.
Yeah.
G'day, everyone. How's everyone doing? We're back for another podcast, episode 4. Today's topics will be FPS shooters again, more than likely. So Battlefield, Halo, Warzone. Big talk about the Australian cricket team heading up to the Ashes. We'll obviously have a massive Ashes talk up next week. So next week will probably be just 60 minutes of cricket talk.
Just ashes, just cricket.
Just because it's the start of the series, it's a big thing for us. We talk about the captains, and then there's a massive F1 update, and there'll probably be some waffling in between.
Yep.
But as yourself, Magpie.
I've been good, bro. How about you?
Good. Yeah, I didn't have the best day today. Fucking just woke up so tired last night. Fucking, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. There was a car accident near our house, but still a fair way away. And there was it sounded like someone started concrete sawing. Wouldn't actually know. It sounded like someone was directly at our wall using a multi-tool. You know, those little tools that just vibrate backwards and forwards. It was loud. It woke me up, but it woke me up so bad. And I was like, oh, my missus isn't moving, so I'll just stay really still. But supposedly she woke up. She goes, I thought you were sleeping. I was like, I was just trying not to move. Like I just jammed another pillow on top of my head, and I was just it was fucked. So I woke up so ratchet this morning. Yeah, that's good times. So yeah, I didn't have the best this day. So I'm happy to be having a beer and waffling shit. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on Battlefield still?
I like it. I enjoy it, bro. I'm enjoying it.
I love it, but the bugs still aren't gone. Some of them are, but most of them aren't. They're just
there's
still
a couple that you'll get
so buggy. Oh.
See, that's what we were talking about the other day. Is certain people are getting the bugs.
Yeah, but I mean
pissing me off.
But this is one thing I wanted to bring up. Everyone's giving shit to Battlefield, but everyone forgets how many bugs Warzone had. It had so many. There was the glitch where every time people would start to get like a camo glitch, and it'd just come up with these big pixelated boxes on their screen.
Yep.
Stim glitches that were completely ruining the game. Like they still haven't been able to ever get a helicopter with a turret in it, because every time you'd hop in the turret and die and get res, you'd be invisible. Shit like that. Like there's heaps of fucking bugs in Warzone. So I think people are being a bit harsh on Battlefield. I think the hardest thing was it came out buggy. It come out so buggy. Well, Warzone did technically release pretty solid.
Warzone did, but then you have a look at all the other games that have come out in the past month and a half, right? They're just pushing games out.
The only one that's not has been Halo. Halo's played near on perfect. Like we had this discussion the other night on stream. It's just it has come out pretty much perfect. It plays nicely. I played a game or two this afternoon. Like it does play really good. It's just a little same, I guess at times, but fun. Mate reached Onyx. Yeah, I know.
But that's like we were talking about it, and you just think about like all the games that have come out the past month and a half. Like, mind you, Halo hasn't been fully released yet.
No, I'm looking forward to the campaign still.
And I think because they've had that so long of a time to make that game, that it's going to come out pretty much perfect no matter what.
Yeah,
but
it should. They've had an extra year on everyone else.
Exactly. Like Call of Duty, there's a new Call of Duty coming out every year. And every year, the Call of Duties that come out have bugs and glitches and everything like that in it.
Yeah.
Battlefield's always come out with bugs and glitches. Always. Every single one has come out with bugs and glitches.
True.
But then once they go back and go, fuck, it's a bit buggy, a bit glitchy, we'll do these patches. Like they've got 3 patches in line or something. One's like a I'm sorry patch. which was the other day or whatever it was, that got rid of all the UI stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But once they get rid of all of that with all the patches, the games are smooth. The games are fine.
So
that's why I like Battlefield.
I've got a few here. So there's the service alerts they've got at the moment. It's their hit registration. So they've still got every now and again a bullet's not hitting. Persistence data. So obviously sometimes maps are loading in and you get a persistence data or a black screen. Supposedly there's some challenge rewards that aren't working. Few maps, there's obviously spawn issues. Some things are blowing up on certain maps and it's desyncing people. Playing on discarded, there's a few visual glitches for Xbox and stuff. Still heaps of like text to speech problems, a few sync problems, obviously a few FPS problems, frame problems. It looks like some scopes are making it happen. It is still, there's like a list of 30 odd bugs that are still current in the game, which are just,
you're not going to expect them to fix every single one in one patch.
No, they're not, but I mean, like it's an awful lot. But the thing is some of the issues, like I didn't notice in the beta or just weren't there in the beta. And some of them that still are there. And it's like, well, fuck, you had like a month after that. You should have fixed that. Like it was a month and a half after the beta, still has that same issue. Like the loadout issue shouldn't be an issue. Like that's the one that pisses me off the most is you load into a fresh game and your fucking loadout's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. All of them. Like if you stack and you make 10 loadouts or 5 loadouts even, all gone. All
gone. So you got to sit there and make a whole brand new one. And then it might not save. It might not save.
That does
so
save. It saves and overwrites everything else. So if you made 5 loadouts, you make a new one, it'll just overwrite whichever one's in that line.
Oh, fuck that.
It's pretty annoying. And like you lose all your skins off your character and everything like that. You got to, So sometimes you start a game and you spend 5 minutes loading all your crap in, which is a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Apart from that, Battlefield feels and plays amazing. I fucking love it. I do really enjoy it. It is starting to come into its own. I like the fact that
we did that portal the other night and it was just us 4, just a one-on-one, you know?
Yeah, it has that chance to do some shit like that. I think they must be bringing out a few more ways to tinker with it. But I think it's at the moment, it's just sort of they brought it in just for a try. They'll fuck around with that a bit more as it goes along. I've got up here about Warzone, the new map's being delayed by a week. I think it must have something I think they're blaming the Activision turmoil on it. You know how there's the whole sex scandals or whatever it is, the sexual harassment scandals. So they got rid of that CEO or manager or whoever it was, and those people, and supposedly that turmoil's pushed it back. But knowing Warzone, they've done it before. They've delayed shit heaps before, so it could possibly be that it's not fixed, not working. Hopefully it comes out unbuggy and it works. If it does, we might be going back to Warzone. Like, if Warzone, the new map's nice, works well, the new guns integrate really nicely, people could be back on Vanguard. People are on Vanguard. People are smashing Vanguard, but it could also possibly be that, we see a lot of people moving back to Warzone. I've noticed a lot of big time streams have gone back, but a lot of people have gone to Apex and stuff like that. I feel like Battlefield has taken a back seat for a lot of people, but at the same time, people like your Stone Mountain and stuff are actually starting to, exactly like a lot of us did, originally played Battlefield, didn't feel it. A few patches have come out, everyone's coming back to it a little bit more. Yeah. Stone Mountain's posting videos about it, so obviously he's having a good time on it too.
Yep.
I shouldn't base my thoughts off a streamer, but Stone Mountain's got a pretty good taste and eye for most games, so he's not a bad one to look into.
Nah, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
but that's, as I'm just always going to come back to, everyone's having a whinge and a bitch about games coming out buggy and glitchy. I'm always going to come back to have a look at the games that have come out in the past month and a half.
Yeah, there shouldn't be that many glitches though. It shouldn't.
No.
It's not from A1 titles, not from AAA titles, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
Like AAA releases shouldn't have this many issues. Like if you have a little indie game, like there's not as many people, but like a little indie game will come out now and be fine.
Yeah.
That's something that annoys me. I think that's just what is annoying everyone is like there's this big money getting put into these games. You spend big money on them and then for it to still not work is kind of, Halo's come out perfect and you didn't have to pay a cent so far.
Exactly.
Pretty good. Oh, get a beer in you. What are you doing?
I've got none.
What?
I ran out of beer.
Have you got me?
It was my birthday on Saturday, you can't. So I'm allowed to run out of beer.
No, it means you're going to get more beer.
No, I drank them all on Saturday.
Yeah, so the state of FPS games is still similar. Everyone's sort of going between your 4 Battlefield, Halos, Warzone, Apex. But I mean, for me personally, I've watched a little bit of Apex. I just haven't been playing it. The amount of time I get to play it, I'm pretty invested in Battlefield at the moment, especially if you get a few people on. It is a lot of fun. It's a heap of fun. You got vehicles, you got just random shit happening everywhere. It is fun. For that sake, it is a lot of fun. And a lot of people that are very particular and picking on games are coming back to Battlefield and saying it's really fun because it is at the moment something different. It is slightly different. There is something happening in it that's not happening in the other games. And if everyone's is getting bored, look, put on Battlefield, go play Hazard Zone, get a squad of 4, play some Hazard Zone because it is like a Escape from Tarkov feel. What's the other game that's like that?
There's the Division.
Oh, maybe Division. No, there's another game again. My mate kept saying it's like anyway, yeah, it's like that game. It's on Xbox. It's like an indie game. Games similar to Escape from Tarkov. I can't think of what it's called. I still can't find it anyway. But it's cool. It's cool. Like you go in as a squad, you got to get these beacons and then you got to extract. And that's fun. It's really, really fun. Like it just sort of, we're spent there for ages just playing it. And just because you got to buy a gun, you got to earn credits to buy gear. And so you can't always go in there with the awesome gear unless you're doing good and getting kills. There's AI you've got to kill. It's protecting shit. It's a lot of fun. You could grind, and I could see it turning into people just grinding it until they get the guns and credits and score. Like you can get big streaks, and I think that'll be where Battlefield would turn into a ranked system. You have ranked Hazard Zone. Would be something I could see happening at some stage.
Yeah.
What they should do. If they don't, listen to our podcast and fucking do it, cunts.
Just do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah. You got much else on games at the moment? Games is a bit flat at the moment. I don't have
I've got a game there that I am going to be playing that will more than likely be off stream because it's on my Xbox and I can't stream from my Xbox at the moment. But at the moment, myself and Optimus from the network, the community that we're in, we're doing an Ashes series on Cricket 19.
Oh, yeah. I've been playing a little bit of Cricket 19. It's a bit of fun. Cricket 22 is meant to be coming out. And if it
that's
works
the one
good,
I'm bringing up. That's if it comes out,
actually,
we only got 4 days to go or something, 3 days to go until it comes out. So,
well, maybe that'll be a game we'll have to get. So that'll be fun. That'll be good fun. Yeah. I'll be looking forward to that as well. Also, I've heard raving reviews for the new FIFA 22 or whatever. Supposedly it's come out and it's one of the better in the series they've made in a long time. Like 9 out of 10 reviews, which is good. That's fucking huge. Good. Yeah. I actually don't know if I'm assuming it's out already.
Yeah, 22's out.
When did it come out? So JB Hi-Fi, so 89% on that. Let's see what ratings it's got. So it's got really high ratings. So maybe FIFA 22 is just something that people should be getting into as well. If you're a FIFA fan or a soccer fan, FIFA 22 obviously seems to be hitting the mark a lot higher than say some of the other FIFAs that have come out previously.
Yeah. I'm all for sports games and that. Like I don't mind them. They're good, chill, sit back, chill.
So IGN's
If you
giving
can
them a 7
run
out of
with
10.
mates. That's not bad. From IGN, that's not bad.
PC Gamers said 76%. Metacritic, the user score is 2.1, which is pretty garbage. I don't know why they've given it such bad reviews. Who fucking knows? People always have problems with games, eh? I'd hate to see what the Battlefield ratings would be. I'd say they're pretty fucking trash.
Yep. I'd say they are.
Yeah, sports games can be funny. I don't mind playing sports games, but sometimes I get a little bored of them. I have it in me to get bored of them.
PC Gamer's given it an 80%.
It's pretty good.
That's Battlefield.
80%. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What did Metacritic reckon? 0.4.
Metacritic. 2. User score 2.3. Meta score 71.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Is like a lot of people have had problems. So the user scores have been really bad. So like your Steam ratings and stuff like that have been fucking awful. But I think it's because it's coming out with so many bugs and people have had a whinge about it and people are just rating it without even playing it or giving it enough time to play it. Like I've had someone who sold the game, got rid of it, and has now gotten it back to play it because in the 10-hour trial they had, because they gave it a free and they've started to come back into it. Like people want it now. It is fucking fun. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird how much fun you can have in that game.
That's like if they bring out like, so they've got the season systems and everything that they're coming out with Battlefield.
Yeah.
And I sent you a photo of what's supposed to be coming out with the new seasons.
Yeah, new maps.
New maps, new specialists,
new
6 to 8 new maps, new weapons, new hazard zone updates, vehicles, plus 100 season tiers. Like,
so I feel like Conquest, say if we compare it to Warzone, like Conquest will be plunder, but it'll be played a bit more than plunder, say. But your BR will be hazard zone. Hazard zone will start to turn into its own thing, and it'll be everyone will be playing hazard zone. At the moment, it still needs a little bit of tweaking. But it's like, especially the spawns can be garbage. We spawned right in front of an absolute AI mob and we just got mowed. And it's like, well, fuck, we're not bad game, or well, I am, but players we're playing with aren't bad games. We just can't do anything if you get spawned directly in front of a big heap of AI and you don't buy weapons.
Yeah.
It's just hard, man. Especially in the middle of the field, no cover. You can't do fucking anything. Yeah, which is a bit fucked. But apart from that, the game feels crispy crisp. I fucking really, really, really enjoy it. Really, really enjoy it. All right, I think it's time to sport it up a little bit. Speaking of sport games, let's get into the F1. Instead of finishing with F1, let's start with some F1 today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Formula One.
Well, so since the last time we've talked, there's been 2 races because last week we did on a Sunday night. 2 is the one that's Sunday. We did it on the Sunday afternoon.
And there was a race that night.
It hasn't been one since.
No, Qatar's been the only race.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's garbage.
We've got 2 more races to go.
Oh, it was. There's a big gap in between that. So the next one's in a week's time.
This weekend, yeah.
So what do we think about Saudi Arabia? Who's going to win that? So last week was won by Lewis Hamilton. And what place did old mate get?
Verstappen comes second.
Oh, of course he did.
And first time since he's come back, Fernando Alonso has graced the podium with the 3rd.
Oh, beautiful. That's all right then.
He'd come back from retirement this year, signed with Alpine, which used to be Renault, signed with Alpine. He was getting stronger and stronger. You could see him every race. He was getting stronger, getting better throughout the placings. His teammate Ocon held Sergio Perez off. So Sergio Perez come 4th, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Esteban Ocon.
Esteban Ocon held Sergio Perez off enough so Fernando Alonso beat him by 3 seconds. And he comes third on the podium, which is
Beautiful.
excellent.
What about Lewis Hamilton winning that by 25 seconds?
25 seconds, yes.
Blitzed him, really, didn't he?
Yep. And just think, Max Verstappen, he qualified second, but he didn't start second. He got a grid penalty.
Who did?
Valtteri Bottas and Max Verstappen. So in qualifying, in that race, it was Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas. That was your top three. That's who, if the race was run off qualifying, that's who should have been first, second, third, pretty much. But the starting grid, so Valtteri Bottas got a 5 grid penalty, a 4 grid penalty for ignoring single yellows waved in qualifying, which means you got to slow down in that area. And Max Verstappen also ignored double yellows, which is pretty much get ready for a safety car.
Yeah.
So he got a grid place penalty. He started 7th, come in 2nd.
Yeah, right.
That kid can drive. Like this
Fucking
is
oath.
Yeah.
But he didn't win, did he?
No, but
He didn't win.
I found a photo here that will turn for this race. Everything can come down to this race for the championship.
Yeah.
Everything can come down to Saudi Arabia this weekend for the championship. I'll point it to you. Verstappen can become champion in Saudi Arabia if he finishes first with the fastest lap. So that's with that extra point.
Yep. He got fastest lap last race. I saw that.
Yep. And if Lewis Hamilton comes 6th or lower, he will become champion.
Okay.
Max Verstappen will become champion.
That race.
So this race here on the weekend, it can all come down to this race.
Could. But hopefully Lewis Hamilton wins.
If he gets first with no fastest lap, Lewis Hamilton's got to be 7th or lower because 6th is 1 point more than 7th.
Yeah.
So if he gets 6th, he's they're still neck and neck pretty much.
Yeah.
2nd with the fastest lap, 10th or lower. But for him to win and come 2nd, Hamilton's got a DNF. Doesn't score out of the top 10.
Yeah, well, fucking, what's the likeliness of that happening?
I don't think that's going to happen. Because
so what do you reckon this track's going to suit Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia, I think it's going to be neck and neck, really, in all honesty. The last two were supposed to be Red Bull. Tracks. Just due to climate and all that type of stuff. Saudi Arabia is not far from Qatar.
Yeah.
Stones throw away, so they're pretty much the same, or not the same climate, but they're desert tracks.
Yep.
And if you
it's a really fast track though, right?
It is a fast track.
So that you think that it'd suit Mercedes, correct?
I think it would. I think it would.
Because you were saying last week there was bits there that they'll come out in the straight, Verstappen and Hamilton was pulling away. So if this is a very fast track, you'd say that Mercedes, with their engineering team, would probably be able to make a faster car to just go top end speed. Let's just fucking top end this bad boy.
Yeah, but just remember, there's 3 DRS detection zones here. So there's 3 times there where if Max Verstappen is right up Hamilton's ass, and he hits that DRS zone, that flap comes open, an extra 15 kilometers an hour onto him instead of Hamilton.
Onto Verstappen?
Yeah, because DRS is drag reduction, so it reduces the amount of drag.
I thought you said that Lewis Hamilton's had that.
So what I was saying was not last race, but there was a race. Let's have a look, see, shall we? Full schedule. It was Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's the Turkish Grand Prix. No, that's not it. It wasn't Turkey. It was the one before Turkey. Russian Grand Prix.
I don't know Russian cars.
Yeah, in Sochi, the Russian Grand Prix. This was his 100th win. Lando Norris was going to win this. he should have won this race. Lando Norris.
So
but
didn't
made the
Hamilton
wrong
come
call.
from like fucking way back to win that one?
Made the wrong call. Hamilton was behind him when he made the wrong call. Was on wrong tires. Went off.
But didn't Hamilton
flew ahead.
Didn't Hamilton get like grid penalized and shit in that race? Fucking hardcore because of his fucking little opening at the back of his car.
No.
And he come back from like right at the back of the grid to win it still. Like, I think Lewis Hamilton's driving too good. I think Mercedes, like you said, I think Mercedes have built their cars way better. I don't think
that was Mexican. That was Brazilian, sorry.
I don't think the DRS is going to do jack shit to help out Verstappen.
Yeah.
All right. I think that Hamilton's car, they probably got it as well. They just haven't used it to their full advantage, maybe. Let's see what happens. Yeah. I think Hamilton's just appears to be driving way too fucking good.
Yep.
At the moment, I think he knows that this is possibly his last year driving or his last chance of a driving championship. He's probably just driving out of his fucking skin. But I mean, do we know if it's going to be raining?
Yeah, that's the rain.
I don't know if Saudi Arabia even fucking rains, does it?
Drizzles here and there.
I can't imagine it being a very fucking wet track.
Yeah, so the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, as the world's fastest street circuit, prepares for its F1 debut. So this is the first time they've raced at this track.
Okay.
In Jeddah. But yeah, I think in all honesty, it's gonna be a really tight race. The way that everything's been working out.
Yeah.
It might come down to the last couple corners.
Yeah, well, it looks like the last corner's a fucking doozy before that final straight.
Yeah. And the track is 6.1 kilometers long. It should take around a minute and a half to complete a lap in qualifying.
Oh, really? Fuck, that's quick, eh? Fuck, they go quick.
They do. To get a minute and a half to go 6.175 kilometers. That's fucking quick.
I have to fucking try watch one of these races, I think.
They're on at fucking unreal times. Stupid times.
Yeah.
Just watch some highlights, bro. Just watch the highlights.
Nah. Shit. No.
But that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the last couple races in this season. It's gonna come down to it. Also, my condolences to the Williams family. Sir Frank Williams passed away.
Oh, condolences.
Team boss for Williams Racing, who has been around for ages. Williams Racing has been around for a long time. Sir Frank Williams passed away at the age of 79. He took a step back last year just due to health issues. They left earlier this year and sold it, so he's no longer the boss, but he was the longest serving team principal Formula One has ever seen.
Yep.
So, and he was known as the champion maker. He could pick a driver out.
What name of driver he's picked?
Name a driver that he has picked.
Yeah, name some famous drivers he's picked.
Williams drivers, okay. Nigel Mansell.
Sure. Because I know exactly who that is.
Williams drivers. Ayrton Senna, Nico Rosberg.
I know Nico Rosberg.
Nico Rosberg, Ayrton Senna. They were both world champions. Mario Andretti. George Russell. Juan Pablo Montoya. Who else we got? Jenson Button, who was a world champion.
Yep.
Mark Webber. You should know Mark Webber.
I don't know who Mark Webber is. I also know Jenson Button hit every ugly tree on the way down. Poor bastard.
Yep. Alain Prost. He was also a Williams driver. Prost. Yep. Alain Prost. Martin Brundle. Felipe Massa. Rubens Barrichello. Michael's brother, Ralph. Michael Schumacher's brother, Ralph Schumacher.
He obviously picked the wrong one there, didn't he?
He did. But he Paul di Resta, who was a driver. He's now a commentator. He's picked some great drivers in the past to drive for his team.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Sounds like an awesome bloke, and I assume that Formula One dearly misses him.
I think they'll do a big memorial this weekend for him. I reckon.
Yeah, that'll be good.
But that's enough of the Formula One because we've got some cricket to talk about, brother.
Yeah, have you checked in the New Zealand Indian score?
I've got it open. Let's have a
Yeah,
look.
they're not doing so fucking crash hot, the old New Zealanders.
No.
I don't know if you saw the ball that fucking Ashwin LBW'd Will Young to. Essentially, it was the first over of the game or the third over of the game. They've got Ravi Ashwin bowling on the fourth day because India can't produce a fucking track to save themselves. They can't. They just make these terrible pitches. Like that's a whole nother fucking podcast. But he's come on the third over, brand new fucking ball like that, and it's mully grubbed. Didn't get any higher than his fucking ankle. Turned and didn't get any higher than his ankle. And like it turned that much, went from outside off and was going to miss leg, but they didn't. They did a review, but they're like half a second too late. And Ravi Ashwin chucked the shits and yelled at the umpires, and the umpires pretty much had to say, "Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, you might have to actually go here." It's just garbage. Like there's just such terrible pitches. Look at the people who gotten wickets. Ravi Jadeja's got 4 so far. Ashwin's got 3. And what's Patel? I think he's a spinner too, right? No, a little fastball. Yeah, a little spinner as well. No, I let them orthodox.
Yeah. Axar.
The only pace bowlers they picked was Umesh Yadav and Ishant Sharma, who aren't blitzing pace or anything like that.
Nah.
Like, what shocking goat track did they fucking set up here? Like, why? Why have they got such bad pitches? Like, just fucking, it really, like, hurts me to know that they just docked their own game. I mean, okay, you come to Australia, yes, we have hard, bouncy pitches, but as Australia, we actually have 5 different pitches for the most part. You know, we have 2 really hard, bouncy ones, one particularly harder than the other. The Gabba is one that plays hard, but flattens a little bit. So it's a good batting paradise, but first couple of days is actually very much a bowler's paradise. Melbourne, very stock standard. You know exactly what you're going to get. It's going to be a bit of a batter's paradise, but on the 5th day, it's going to be pretty shitty.
It's going to pace up and it's going to, your bowlers can get a breakthrough.
Sydney's going to start as a swing and seam pitch, but it's going to turn very much into a spinner's pitch. Adelaide tends to be a bit more of a road. You have to be pretty much on point, but what you still get is the pace coming onto the ball. It's on a dead pitch. By no means. It's more of like it turns into a concrete pitch. It just goes hard and flattens out. Nothing wrong with that. You can have a batter's pitch. There's nothing wrong with that. These fucking dust bowl things that they keep serving up every fucking year.
I just don't understand how the ICC can allow it.
Because it's a home ground advantage. Like it's like saying, oh, Lords needs to flatten out their fucking pitch, or England can't have 2 greener pitches because it's going to swing too much. Like it's just that same shit over and over again. It's sort of like,
you got teams that come to England that
the ball bounces still. The ball bounces still. Like the ball's got to bounce. You go to New Zealand, green decks. You know, they swing a mile. The fields aren't the biggest, but it's a nice even contest between bat and ball. Like this turns into just a spin-a-thon, and it's not a very good contest at all. Like. People can't play on these pitches.
You can definitely tell that it's a spin-a-thon just due to the fact that they brought 1, 2, 3. There's 3 spinners. 1, 2, 3. Who's there? Fucking. Who's there?
Axar Patel.
Ravi. Nah, Axar's down at.
Fucking Ravindra Jadeja.
Yeah, Jadeja. Yeah, Ravi. They've got 2 all-rounders.
But like Ravi Jadeja's on his own, you'd pick him as just a spinner over a lot of people. Like I understand his stats are good, but Ravichandran Ashwin is the fucking worst bloke known to man.
Oh yeah.
The only reason he's playing this test is because Kohli's not there. Kohli doesn't want to play with him.
No, exactly.
The only reason he's playing now is because, and Kohli's is like, he just brings bad vibes to the team.
Yep.
he could have really good stats, but if he's not a team player, he's not worth picking.
Yep.
Because
100%.
I understand he gets a lot of things, and in India, he's got a lot of things going for him with the pitches he's playing on. But he's not a good enough dude. Like, he just doesn't gel with the team. Like, they will lose more matches because of him than he'll win.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I didn't need a close up of your head like that, mate. That's not on.
Sorry, bro, I was looking at fucking something.
It was too close, mate.
I didn't realize.
Ugly cunt.
I had a bit of smudge. So I had to like look at something on through the smudge.
Speaking of smudge, how about Steve Smith becoming vice captain?
Did you see what Cummins said in the press conference about Steve Smith becoming vice captain?
He wasn't going to take up captaincy unless Steve Smith could become vice captain.
Yep. And there's a reason why he said he wants Steve Smith as vice captain.
It's exactly the same thing. We had problems with it being a fast bowler. He has to take rests. Yep. If he gets injured,
exactly
you need someone like that.
We spoke about last week. Yep.
It's just
exactly the same thing.
So essentially it's a co-captaincy, but Cummins will be doing the toss. He'll be the poster boy. There's nothing wrong with that. It was exactly what we said. It's pretty much exactly what we wanted.
Yep.
We've gotten it. And as long as it doesn't come to a Barney on the field, the only thing that's going to stop that is Pat Cummins is a smart dude. And Steve Smith is actually, for the most part, a very respectful man. When it comes to Cummins, if Cummins says something, Steve Smith will pull back.
Oh, yeah.
He'll push stuff around. And if Cummins goes, nah, it'll be like, okay, no worries, and he'll let it go. You know what I mean? He'll be there. I think they need to put Cummins in the slip. I don't know if that's the thing you can do with the fast bowler, but I think he should learn.
Yeah. A lot of captains from the slip.
But obviously...
A lot of good captain from either the slip or behind the stumps. That's it.
But the big thing you can give Cummins, though, is because Cummins is going to be bowling two people. So he's going to understand how they're playing him a little bit. So you might be able to make certain tactical changes that might be really good. One tactical change I'm looking forward to is a bit of Labuschagne having a bowl. Yes. Oh, he's been taking fucking wickets. You see Carey hit 100 and then fucking Labuschagne bowled him?
Yep, I saw.
Next ball, bowled him.
He's
having fucking bit of that inside you.
He's had some good fucking...
He's a
did you see the one
trash bag?
Did you see the Marsh One Day Cup today or yesterday?
Yeah. Yesterday. I've got the scores up there now. So Queensland and South Australia played, so it was really good. So obviously the next discussion you have to have with all this is who's going to be the keeper.
Yeah.
Obviously, at the moment, there's a few other ones that are in the loo, like your Pearsons and your Felipes and stuff like that. But essentially, it's coming into two fellas. I don't see Wade coming in anymore. So it's going to be Inglis or Carey. Now, Carey did come out, made a really fucking big statement and hit 100 in the Marsh Cup. They knew it was directly after Payne said he's not playing. So he knew he was playing for a spot. And he captained the side, come out and hit a fucking 100. No, he didn't captain, sorry. He would have been wicket keeper. Travis Head's captain. He come out and hit 100. Like, fuck, if that doesn't say, look at me, I'm fucking ready, I don't know what does. Mind you, he did get out straight away afterwards. Exactly like Travis Head did in his last test in the last Shield game.
Yeah.
Travis Head come out, hit 100, then got out straight away. Now Australia does need someone who can hit big hundreds. Now that's the one thing you can give Khawaja. Khawaja hits a fucking big ton. He hits 100, then he hits 170. You know what I mean? He hits a big ton.
He can keep going.
When it comes to that position, though, I think maybe a Travis Head is probably more suited. A number 6, possibly, but it really depends who they pick.
It also depends who they pick as a gloveman.
I still think it needs to be Inglis, bro.
If they pick Inglis as a gloveman, they need, as you were saying last week, they need Khawaja in there as an old head.
The big thing that Inglis has got is he's literally just been to the World Cup with Smith and Cummins.
Yeah.
They now have a say in who gets picked.
Yep.
He's just been there with Langer for a whole fucking World Cup experience in his ear. Pick me, pick me, pick me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Seen him in the nets. I understand he's doing good out in the field here, Carey. Like he's hit 1 ton, by the way. This is his first score of the fucking season, mind you. Before this, he hasn't hit fucking any runs. But now that
this is one day.
He's got a place on the line. Oh, he's hit 100 now. Ooh.
Yeah, but mind you, this is one day. This isn't a test. This isn't a test match.
Well, they'll say that about T20. Like, oh, where are you going to pick English because on T20 form? But you can say that last Shield season, technically this Shield season, technically speaking, the only
English
person
hasn't had a chance.
The only person who has hit more tons, well, the last season or whatever, at the start of the year, the only person who's hit more tons than English is Marnus Labuschagne.
Yep, exactly. If they're gonna have a look at if they're gonna have a look at it stats wise,
he obviously loves the fucking red ball.
Oh,
he's obviously done enough this year as a cricketer to not only get picked in the 100. I don't know if Carey got picked in the 100. He got taken over Carey to the T20 World Cup.
Yep.
I understand that Carey did lead the ODI series against West Indies for a win, but he got dropped directly afterwards because he didn't hit any fucking runs.
Nah, exactly.
Like Finch, I understand if Finch gets dropped before the next T20 game, like if they go, hey, Finchy, mate, you're done now.
Yeah.
And everyone would be like, oh, yeah, no, get rid of him. You know, he's hit no runs. But if you go back to the captaincy thing, he goes, oh, technically he captained us to our first T20 World Cup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
which, mind you, was a bloody brilliant captain. Like, he was.
He is a brilliant captain.
That whole series.
In saying that, though, I do have a little bit of a beef to pick with him. I think he's a good captain, and I really like Finchy. But fuck me, he could not pull a Renegades win if he tried. I've seen that cunt hit a fucking 100 and still fucking lose.
Yep.
Because he just can't. Renegades don't have a very good stock. The players they buy aren't the best. Like they just don't. But they don't use them to their effectiveness. Like I don't know how good of a captain he really is.
Yeah,
it's one of those things. I'm not sure.
He's not captaining the Renegades this season. He stood back.
They'll probably fucking win now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's just one of those things.
But they have Nick Madison. They have Nick Madison as captain.
I think Carey's not a bad captain because Carey was captain of the Adelaide Strikers and they played really good. Yep. And they don't have the most ridiculous team. They have a few good bowlers. Rashid Khan makes it fucking handy.
Khan,
But you know what I mean? It's hard to judge. Like Steve Smith and Pat Cummins will make a very good captaincy duo.
Yeah.
Steve Smith's a really good captain. And the way that Cummins came out and praised Smith to say, this is it. You know what I mean? Like I need him on the field. I need him on my side. I need him making calls.
I need him in this leadership spot with me.
Beautiful. Like
if I'm fucked, at least I can lean on my vice captain, who is technically my co-captain, to make the decisions for me. If I'm out I'm out long off on the field because I just come off from a spell because I'm fucked and I need drinks and shit.
Yeah.
I know that the bloke at fucking Slip is going to do his job because that is what he loves. He loves the game. And that's pretty much exactly what he said.
He doesn't just love it. He's also fucking really good at it too.
Yeah.
But okay, enough from that. Who are we picking at 5? Who's the beard? Khawaja. Who are the beard and the bird picking at 5?
I'm picking Khawaja all day.
Okay. We'll reword this. Who are you picking at 5? Who are you picking at 5 and 7? There you go, 5 and 7. Who are you picking as your fifth batter? And who's you picking as your batter? Yeah.
So 5 and keeper, it would have to go Khawaja and Inglis.
See, I think Khawaja and Inglis. I don't think you can do head in Inglis.
No.
Why I say that is Khawaja's older, captain of the Queensland Bulls, so he'll be a good older head in the team. and you bring in Inglis as your young blood. Quadge will be sitting there at second slip, Smith at first. You know, they're two really big leaders right beside a very young keeper.
Yep.
Carey is a captain in some forms, like from the ODI side and the South Australia, blah, 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 blah. I think if you pick Carey, we'll go with head. You know, they've obviously got a little bit of a South Australian thing happening.
Yep.
Carey's a little bit older. Carey's 30 odd, 30, 31 or something like that, I think. Head's my age. I think he's 29. I think Head's literally my age. So, you know, it's sort of two oldish people. So if you go Quadra, older, Inglis, young. I think Inglis being 26, I'd like to see him in there because it'll be sort of like a, when you talk about the future of where a cricket team could be, I'd like to see that it's Marnus Labuschagne's still a superstar and Inglis is in the same fucking realm. You know what I mean? We're talking about Inglis for years. You know, he's our next Adam Gilchrist. You know, I think Tim Payne filled a really good void, but I want a keeper for the next 10 years. I want a next Adam Gilchrist. I want a next Ian Healy. I want the next Brad Haddon. Brad Haddon coming old, but he kept keeping until he was 37 to make up for it. This cunt's 26. Let's put him in. Let's have him there for 10 years. Carey's 30, 31. You're only going to get another 5 or 6 out of him.
5 years, yeah, exactly.
Good, but then what? The next replacement's Inglis then? He did the same.
Who
fucking
is
shit.
then now 31 for another, and he's only there for 5 years instead of 10.
We've gone with Ben Stokes is a commodity. You know, Ben Stokes as a whole is a commodity. Hey, we've got Cameron Green, can bowl 140 and can bat the fucking house down.
Yep.
Keep putting him in. Put him in now. Get him young. I want him to be the next superstar by the time he's 30. I don't want him to be coming into the side when he's 30. I want him to be the superstar when he's 30 already.
Yep.
He's already got 5,000 runs under his belt and he's got this many wickets. You know what I mean? Let's make a all-rounder of the future. I want Inglis in the same thing. I think this is the perfect time to put him in. Fuck Carey off. No, it's not offense to Carey.
Pretty much. Pardon me. So your Cameron Green argument, right? You want him pretty much like Watto. You want him coming in and being Watto, but like those 3 or 4 steps better than him. Like Cameron
he's
Green
already better than Watson.
But what I'm saying is, who was our last biggest all rounder?
We've never had one.
The only one that you could put down is Watto. The only one.
Yeah. Like we haven't had a good all rounder.
No,
the fact that you can't name one is the hardest thing. You can't name. Andrew Simons probably comes to mind.
Yeah, but that was.
But even then, he was more of a batter than he was a bowler. He could bowl a little bit.
Of a batter, yeah.
You know, if you're going to go with that, Andrew Simons is probably closer to a Marnus Labuschagne. You know what I mean? Marnus Labuschagne can bat and he can also fucking bowl.
Yeah.
Green
Labuschagne Smith type thing.
Fucking Green can actually bowl.
Yeah.
He isn't just a trundling in 120, 130 or a part-time spinner or something like that. This cunt can crank to 140. That's bowling.
And he can move the ball. He can move it. He's not just hitting the same line and length the whole time. He can swing it.
Yeah. He can actual bowl. Like that's a difference to me. Honestly, that's a difference. Like the fact that we can have that cunt in there. He's well pretty good. He's getting wickets, tying down ends. Like, that's all we needed to do. I like the idea that they go, oh, here comes the all-rounder on. Oh, he's bowling exactly the same pace as Cummins, Hazelwood, and Stark. Fuck.
Yeah. How the fuck are we going to beat this?
And then if you want a spin change up, you go, okay, Marnus, come and bowl your little fucking leggies. You know, have a go. That's been trundling off the long run at too, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But he's like, Cameron Green's also been making some decent runs, and he's been coming in at number 4. Not
massive runs.
No, but he's had enough to.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a fucking.
Staying.
Yeah, it's been a little bit between like a triple figure score, I think. I think it's been a little bit since he's hit a ton. But he's 22, cunt.
Yeah.
I really like the idea
of that
him.
last game against the Tassie Tigers in the Sheffield Shield. Right?
Yeah.
Look at his bowling figures.
I can't see it.
None for 12 off 10.
What was that?
The last game,
Sheffield Shield.
Sheffield Shield match against the Tassie Tigers. None
Yeah,
for
yeah.
12. This is their first,
Yeah.
Tasmania's
Like,
first
that's what I
innings.
mean,
None
like,
for 12 of 10.
I'll make him bowl. Like, it's
Yeah.
not. That's what I mean. You've got to stick with him. Like, he's 22. You've got to fucking stick with this cunt. Like, he's got to be the future. I think the same thing about English, bro. You've got to stick with this guy. Like, he's got to be there forever now. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. Who's he play for? Who's English play for? Western Australia, right?
He plays for Western Australia, but see, he's in the squad, so he's in quarantine at the moment at the Gold Coast.
That's
so
fine.
He's not been playing.
Well,
he's not been playing
it's,
Sheffield Shield.
it's pissing down tomorrow, Wednesday, and they're meant to be starting their fucking practice
trial
match soon.
yeah.
So I don't really know how much they're going to fucking get.
So, but like you got Joy Richardson who's still playing.
Green hit a ton a couple months ago before the T20 World Cup. Yeah, I think it's got to be English, right? It just has to be. I think he's the next pick for us.
Yeah, without a doubt, is him because they're replacing him. They're replacing him in WA for Cam Bancroft.
WA's got a lot of keepers.
And Josh, like you got in there? Bancroft, Philippi. There's 2 keepers right there.
Philippi's a much better keeper than Bancroft.
Yeah, but don't even bother about putting him in the Sheffield Shield side. Like,
sorry. Are you talking about keepers in the Western Australian side?
Yeah.
You mean Bancroft, Whiteman, Felipe,
yeah.
English, and there is someone they're leaving out that is also a keeper. I can't think of his fucking name. There's also another keeper there too.
Can't Dusty Short keep?
No, he's fucking bowled some pussy leg spinners.
Yeah. Hilton Cartwright.
No, he's an
all-rounder.
He's got a fucking baggy green, that cunt.
Yeah,
give it back
he's an all-rounder. give
it back.
Give it to fucking Green, you cunt. Just give it straight to him. So keep it.
Fucking hopeless cunt. No offense to him, but I thought he was shite. But yeah, so when it comes to the white ball too, you know who I think they should be looking into for the white ball? I think he'll be picked in the next. He'll be picked in the next IPL. Mm-hmm. He's going to have a massive BBL, and they should probably look to picking him for the ODI squads. This is a big call, and I think a lot of people are going to fucking disagree hard.
Are you talking about Renshaw?
Yeah. Have a look at his last year's BBL. He played really good.
Not just last year's BBL. Have a look at the fucking match that finished yesterday.
Oh, beautiful.
156.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he fucking tied him. I mean, he's gone, I've had my time in the test, didn't work. Too slow, didn't gel with the team, blah, 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 blah. I heard he's a bit of a flog. But now he's gone, all the money's in white ball. Maybe I should start doing white ball. And now he's starting to hit a fucking lot of runs as a white ball player. And I think he's trying to assert himself. So we might see him in the Australian side soon. Or if he likes
that, he can roll his wrist over as well.
He's a shit bowler. Don't ever fucking
say
that. Oh, he's terrible. He gets a wicket, but we call them warehouse wickets. Where like
shit gets wickets, mate.
It's like Div 5, Div 6 wickets. You know, I'm gonna bowl this.
Gets wickets.
Terrible full toss, and they just shut down someone's throat. Like that's not a wicket. Buying wickets can't.
Shit gets wickets.
Shit does get wickets. Catches win matches.
Yeah, that's what they say. But yeah, I reckon Renshaw in as a number 4, number 5 in the ODI series.
I reckon he's like push someone up to open and then bring him in. Yeah, for sure. I think he's awesome. And Khawaja finishing off that last Sheffield Shield, finished 50 odd not out off 30 balls. So he's seeing the ball like a fucking pumpkin. And the fact that he forced to follow on to not give himself another chance to bat to hit 100, like I think that says more about where we need Australian cricket team to be. He's thinking more about the team than himself. You know, he could be on 298 not out. And if the captain went, mate, do you want to declare? He'd probably go, yep, let's do it. That's the right time to do it. Don't let him get to his 300. Like, he would do that.
He would do that. He'd drop his bat and walk away. He'd be like, we're done. Let's go. Come on.
That's why I think he needs to be in the side. Him and English. Don't pick him and Carey. Two older people. Him, English, so we can really start to build up this young bloods. So by the time we start to need new fast bowlers and stuff like that, and like a batsman like Warner retires, we've got a few cunts that have been there for a long time, been in the Australian side for years, and they're only just hitting 30. They're only hitting their peak. They're at the peak of their powers, but they've been in the side for 5 years, 6 years.
What do you think of Bryce Street?
Flat track bully.
Yeah,
can't hit. He can't hit runs against anyone who can actually bowl, or if the pitch is doing anything, he just gets out.
Yeah,
if it's a road, he'll hit tons. If it's not a road, he'll get out. That's a lot of batsmen too, but you know, minus Lavashkakni will eventually hit there. This is Warner's last series.
Yeah.
Game 4, he'll announce his retirement from Test cricket. Game 5 will be his last ever Test. Calling it now. I don't know if there's odds on with TAB or anything like that for that, but I'm calling that now. And his replacement from there on will I have no idea. Khawaja. I don't know.
Yeah, well, if he's in the squad, you might as well.
Khawaja's probably got a couple of years left in him, to be honest. He's 34. I reckon he could play till he's 36, 37. So probably got a couple more years left in him.
The match is drawn. They drew the match.
Beautiful. Good work, New Zealand.
Yep.
Suck shit, cunt.
They just come up saying the match is drawn.
Can you go to, you're on cricket.com.au?
Yeah, right.
So go to that match.
Yep.
Go to that match. Oh, that's not it. Can you see it there?
I've got it here, yeah.
Does it have the wickets beside the thing? The little play button beside the wickets? Oh, it doesn't. Fuck.
No, it doesn't.
Fuck.
Not on any of them.
Yeah, it doesn't like the Sheffield Shields and stuff like that. Highlights. It doesn't have any of the highlights either. Because it's a fucking rip snorter. It just such a shit ball. I'll send it to you later. You've got to see it. Yeah. It's fucking atrocious. It's just terrible. Just the fucking pitch they're playing on. It's just so bad. I don't know how like an Indian supporter or Indian people don't look at it and go, like, how do you as a supporter go, oh, that was a fair game. Oh, I wish they made that pitch worse. Surely they should be calling out, fucking put some green on there. Like, all you used to do on it.
The grass grey, you fuckers.
The thing is, they produce all these spinners, and obviously they're really good, and like the T20 world's going that way. But
this is test match.
They don't have Bumrah. Like they just don't have the pace stocks.
Yeah,
they're not allowing pace bowlers to come through. And what's going to happen is they're not going to be able to. If they keep going this way, they won't win overseas. Just like people can't win in India. Like, okay, I understand they beat us, but they had Bumrah. They had a really good side, really. And as much as they say it's second rate, like they've got the second rate side there now, and they're still killing people. So like, it's not a really. Yeah, that's just my fucking view on it all. I can't fucking stand that India play a fucking produce pitches like that. Fucking, it's a disgrace. But very much looking forward to cricket starting. Very much looking forward to playing some video games too.
Yeah, boy.
Bit of Battlefield. Please in the comment section, please let us know if there's any games you need us to talk about or want us to play. I understand there's a lot of indie games getting out there, and we're not going to always have the time to play all those games. But you know what I mean? Like, is there a game you need us to play? Do you want us to talk more about Pokemon? I'm thinking about doing a Nuzlocke series on Pokemon. Something different. I just don't.
About buying Pearl and Diamond.
Yeah, it'd be good. I'm not sure if there's people out there just sick of hearing about FPS shooters. Like, give us a game. Give us some stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes we lack the ideas or to hearing enough about another game to really get excited for it. Like, we've played a lot of FPS shooters, played a lot of RPGs. At the moment, I've got such a good crew that I play FPS shooters with that it's hard for me to want to pick up an RPG like Skyrim remake or something like that. So I'd love to hear more about it in the comments. Sport, if you want some more sport topics, obviously we're just smoking the cricket and the F1 at the moment. F1's obviously coming to a close in 2 weeks. So once that's done, we'll be looking for another sport to talk about. Don't know what it's going to be. Obviously, the summer carnival's coming up in the Queensland racing. If you're an Australian, you follow horse racing, might be good to talk about, but I'm probably only going to allow myself about 5 minutes to talk about that stuff. There's a lot of people don't
Otherwise,
fucking like horse.
it's too long-winded.
I can talk about horse racing for days, can't I?
Yep.
I fucking love that shit, eh? But you know, it's just one of those things that a lot of people don't like hearing about. But yeah, and if you could too, just let us know how you think the format of the podcast is working out. If you would rather us do 2 separate ones, one on sport, one on games, we could do that. Obviously, it's double the recording, but we could possibly look into doing something like that too. Or, you know, do you want us to even it out a bit more? I'm not sure. We would love some feedback. That's our biggest one. It's very new to us. We enjoy doing it, but we're never going to learn unless someone tells us our negatives or positives.
Yep.
So any feedback's good feedback for us. Hope maybe next time you're not going to be able to see Magpie's mustache. I think it makes him look better, but I reckon you should just keep it and just go the whole goatee.
Let it all grow out again.
Go the goatee.
Yeah, I'll just trim all this and let it all grow out again. I reckon.
Do you grow anything here or what?
No, look. Fresh. Nice
Wild.
and smooth like a baby's bum.
Weirdo.
Yep.
I didn't grow much hair either. Then all of a sudden I just woke up one morning. I'm like, oh, hair. And I just started growing.
Yeah, look at me.
Now it's all over my fucking shoulders and my fucking back and my chest. And I'm just a hairy dude now. I got fucking massive amounts of hair on my head.
Yeah, so do I.
I was trying with my hair today and I could hold it like that. And this big fucking tuft of it comes out the top. Like fucking. Yeah, you got a lot of hair on you too, can't I?
All right.
Thank you so much for listening to Beat and the Bird. Have a fucking great time. Love to hear
Peace
back
out.
from you. Ciao, boys and girls.
Run it. Hit that Gucci store, girl, make your angles pop. Hit that Louis store, girl, make you feel on top. Swerve, 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 swerve.